Bye.
Why? Hey, Gene. Good morning again.
Good morning, Alison. Happy to be with you here.
Happy to be with you too. Cheers.
Yep.
I'm going for straight on espresso this morning.
Nice. Happy 40th anniversary of the Sunrise Show. Off
Yeah,
the
we're going
bat.
to talk about that in a little bit. 40 years. I've been on it for 10 years, but yes, 40 years. Frank Coletta came in, some producers over the years this morning. So that was nice.
Nice. Good.
40 years, flagship show. So it's an honor to be a part of it. We have a lot to get to this morning. Lots of news this morning. I was on the radio with you too, but let's do the weather first because we always leave AJ hanging out there.
Okay. I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, no problem, AJ. It's beautiful out today. I've got a scarf on now. It's a little chilly. Feels like fall, no?
Yeah, it feels a little bit like fall. Actually, some places this morning, Providence got down to 50 degrees. That's the coldest low temperature we've seen since the first week of June. Well, that's a little bit chilly. Hopkins Hollow out in Coventry, Western Coventry, got down to 37.8 degrees. So only a few degrees off from freezing. And it's just a sign of things changing across the region. And as you can see, little bits of movement on my face right now. I'm starting off the perfect lighting, but it just goes to show there's a little bit of a breeze out there for today. So we got the bright sunshine, a few fair weather cumulus clouds behind me, a very bright blue sky today. So not dealing with lots in the way of wildfire smoke and humidity out there. It's a very, very pleasant afternoon shaping up here as temperatures slide into the lower 70s. Expecting kind of a mix of sun and clouds. Some high clouds are kind of filtering on in here from an offshore low. And we'll see what those clouds heading for tonight into tomorrow morning. Could come alongside a few rain showers for the start of early tomorrow. And that means temperatures for tomorrow won't be changing a whole lot, only likely going to be in the upper 60s, so a few degrees below average as we continue for Wednesday. However, high pressure, it's back in stores. We head for Thursday, Friday into our Saturday. So what that means is cool, calm conditions, more in the way of bright sunshine too for the end of the work week. I think Thursday is going to be a little bit warmer with the clouds, the moisture on Wednesday. We'll be seeing those temperatures climb well into the 70s and then low mid 70s heading for the end of the week, early weekend. But the bright sunshine definitely be a nice feat as we head forward this weekend. Also, something I've been talking about this morning, there's 3 confirmed tornadoes, potentially 4 in central Massachusetts. So those are the first tornadoes we've actually seen of 2025. We average around 7 of them. We have more information coming from the National Weather Service. Of course, we'll get you that info as soon as it becomes available. But
AJ,
gorgeous day to enjoy.
What is a cumulus cloud? You guys always talk about cumulus clouds. What is that?
So
it's
cumulus cloud,
CRO.
you got to think about when you're doing your makeup in the morning, those little puff balls, exactly what a cumulus cloud is. It's really kind of just a fluffy light cloud. You can see them behind me. They're gorgeous little things. However, we get the issues when cumulus clouds turn into cumulonimbus clouds, and that's when we get thunderstorms and lots in the way of some heavy rain. So cumulus cloud is just a light puffy cloud, typically means fair weather, but when you start seeing them get black, that's when you got to get out of the way.
And AJ, who owns those arborvitae behind you? Are those ours or is that the
I don't know.
Swarovski? Would you go check
Those
that
are
out for us,
grown.
please?
I think it's on our property line, but they're looking pretty good, nice and green. So the rain's been helping them out.
Small.
They grow fast. All right.
Swarovski
They do.
sold, right? They're no longer there.
That's an empty building now.
Yeah.
So plenty of parking over there, by the way, if we ever
parking.
be brought off.
We love to park. We always talk about parking spots in Rhode Island.
Tough to get. Yeah, no worries.
All right. Oh, Gene, Hasbro.
Yes.
We had Mayor Grebian on this morning.
Yep.
You ran with some of that sound. I have to agree with you. After I got off the air, I listened to you on the air on the radio. Like, why this building and what are they paying? 260,000 square feet rental space. I mean, they're tapping into the talent, of course, from the educational institutions in Massachusetts, but good luck finding somewhere to live around there.
Alison, I had the governor on after you were on with me. I had the governor on, and listen, there is no list of demands that Hasbro wanted. There's never a list of demands. There's no list of complaints. Hasbro wanted to be left alone. They want to leave Rhode Island.
I think we did everything we could. I think Hasbro made a decision a long time ago, quite frankly, that they were going to move out. This is not going to stop the growth that we're going on.
That was the governor on with me. There's no list of demands. There is no list of complaints. This company has changed. The man who runs it, Chris Cox, doesn't want to be in Rhode Island. That's been made clear to us. So this tortured process we've all been going through, they want to go to Boston, and they want to be left alone to do their thing in Boston. The governor told me that we offered him the prime parcel of land on the waterfront in Providence. We'll build the building. You can lease it. You want to build it? You do whatever you want, plus $100 million tax package on top of that.
I mean, it's pretty good.
All of that was thanks very much, but we're going to Boston for $14 million. So the politicians in Boston, they did no magic. It's like somebody who wants to buy a Mercedes walks into a showroom.
Well, it's like art, right? If you love it, you're going to pay whatever you can if you want it, and if you don't love it,
there's no selling here. There's no package of incentives. They took $14 million from Boston. They were offered $100 million down here. Now it's a private company. Listen, half of their operations it's gaming. They're out they're on the West Coast already with their gaming. This is pure play toys. Which they don't make toys. They're not a toy maker. They design toys and send it to China. And license, and somebody makes that. At one point, they were heavily into the entertainment field with almost their own cable channel, movies, things like that. All of that was sold off.
Right.
So they're going up to Boston because, listen, it's their business. They
decide to do what they want. It's a for-profit company. It's run by different rules. So. Listen, I just wish they had announced it sooner, to tell you the truth. It was like torture, right? Just like rip the Band-Aid off in some ways. It took forever.
I would like the guy who runs it, Chris Cox. He doesn't owe us anything, by the way.
Right.
But I would, as a courtesy, would you please come out and hold a news conference and at least level with us that you're going up there for this reason, and nothing Rhode Island could have done was going to change this, so that we're coming into an election season. This is going to rear its head as an election issue.
Yeah, of course, the timing's not great for actually both the mayors running for re-election in addition to the governor. What was also interesting about it was how Providence tried to scoop it out from under Pawtucket at one point. That was a little, and McKee and Grebian are always on the same side for the most part, but that was a little strange. And then, I don't know.
The governor today said the priority was the parcel in downtown Providence. That was the offer. The prime piece. We'll build it. You could build it. You could lease it. Whatever you need. $100 million. So it was never in Pawtucket's out.
Pawtucket was out.
Okay.
They've been looking at that building. I've been told for over a decade, trying to retrofit it, and it just wasn't happening. So I think it's a little disingenuous. So they say they're going to keep reinvesting, working with Brown Health in it for how long? I mean, although he is on the board of Brown Health, my understanding is from the CEO. So, but they have businesses all over the world, 30 offices around the world. The landscape's changing. It is what it is. So, yeah, I just wish it was announced sooner. I just hate waiting for the obvious. Everything was on hold. So the Apex site.
Yeah.
Now that we have the train station in Pawtucket, which was a success story, is a success story. Now we have Rhode Island FC, however you feel about that. But right in the middle, right off of 95, you can see it 95 north and south. Apex is up for grabs at this point. See, this is why I'm talking about waiting. Waiting. Hasbro had the first say, finally said no. Now they can go. They have to restart the whole RFP process to bring developers in. But at least it's going to start now, so something happens there.
Yeah, and they've already. Is that completely down? They took the roof off.
No.
Is it?
They took the panels off the pyramid.
The pyramid.
Right, but it's still there. Yeah. So, but now the city has control of it. So that's going to be the next big story. Hopefully it doesn't take forever and something good goes in there.
Listen, you are a big in Pawtucket. You have a business there. You live there. You're a citizen of the year in Pawtucket. Have you ever met the guy who runs Hasbro?
No.
Okay.
And I will say there are people from Hasbro who are on a board that I'm on. And there was always kind of a wall, to be fair.
I've never run across the guy, a fundraiser, nothing. So that's okay. But I think the one thing would you please come out and just level with us that you're going there for these reasons. Nothing we could have done would have kept you here. And so that we understand it. Right?
And it's such a departure from the last CEO who was so in love with Rhode Island. So I think we were dealing with that kind of change in culture, which was hard and fast.
Yep.
Well, so All right, so it's onward, right? As they say, onward. So I'm
Because
kind of
we've
sick of
had our
talking about
blows
Hasbro. We got to
and,
move on.
and we're not afraid of challenge at times. We're going to persevere in this one. We've done everything that we could to try to keep them there. I was joking with you a few minutes ago. I think the surprise would have been if they stayed.
Right.
When the leadership changed, so did the thought process. There's been many years, if you think about that, where they've come in and renegotiated different agreements to stay, and they were, leveraging points. At that point, the company really respected and understood the relationship it had with Rhode Island, and to the folks that have been working there all these years, and to also the artistic value. But it's changed, right? It's a different company, and they're doing what they need to do.
Yeah, so the mayor's been,
right.
I texted him last night to come on to summarize this morning, which he did, and
Mhm.
he's out in front of it, nothing to hide, right? It's a loss. Everybody agrees on that, but it's time to move on. I think that's where
Yeah.
everybody is at this point,
Nothing could have been done. That's it.
right?
You're right. There's no. You can only move on from here. There's, those. What's the list of complaints? Your inventory tax, the cost of electricity. The unions have too much to say. On and all these
Infrastructure of
things
the
we've heard.
building,
Infrastructure, this and that. None of that was an issue here.
right?
Now, when the Paw Sox left, they wanted us to build them a stadium. Okay, that was a demand. There's no demand here.
No.
Those are two
And it's interesting too
aspects
when you
that are
hear Mayor
not
go,
included.
right? She's like, Lego's coming to Boston. And I mean, so you hear it and you're like, it is appealing when you hear about all the talent, the intellectual talent that they can tap into up there for sure.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
think.
MIT,
So that brings us
yeah.
into, the governor was talking about it today, and Helena, right, at noon. What do you think of
Noontime.
the venue?
I think it's the wrong venue. Nothing against the Roger Williams Park Casino, but that's
Right,
kind of
but for this?
it's just does nothing. I don't know. Let me ask you this: how come Helena's not standing on the lawn at Hasbro in front of Mr. Potato Head today, holding a news conference?
Or off the bridge?
That would get attention,
Or
off the
somewhere by the
bridge,
bridge?
or somewhere, or like 1,000 other places other than the Roger Williams Park Casino. It's a dud. It's a dud. Nothing against the building itself, but as far as a venue, it's a dud. Anyway, what you
So
feel?
what do you think your chances are if you had to predict right now up against McKee? McKee's approval ratings are not great, but Helene is also seen as, an insider, corporate. She's going to have to get around this opioid scandal, which I don't know if she can. And the governor's already come out with something about that, right? Even before she's made her
Yeah.
announcement.
Thing I want, the Rhode Islanders to know today that, Helena folks, turned a blind eye to the opioid crisis and made millions while people across the country were dying. And she cannot and will not be the next governor of Rhode Island.
That was the governor with me. Listen, her chances are very good.
Yeah.
She's well financed. She's plugged in. Her chances are very good. And McKee is on the ropes with the bridge, and now she's going to hang Hasbro. He is coming out very aggressive, though. And I'll tell you this, she's got to come up with a better answer for the opioid crisis than the one she gave us last year.
You've been saying that for years.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
as soon as I found out about it, you've had time. You need a better answer, or he's already come out with this. He's running an ad against her. She hasn't even announced, and he's running an ad, and he's going to be very aggressive for that, which is a different than he was last time. Last time he
Yes.
came out late. He didn't want
He
to go
came out
after
very
on that.
late.
Very late
It's
going
almost like
after
he didn't
that.
take her seriously, and now it's very different.
Or maybe he was worried about offending CVS. Now, he has nothing to lose. And
Right.
if he offends CVS, so be it. When I become governor, we could always become friends again. Remember, Marco Rubio, Donald Trump insulted Marco Rubio. Terribly.
look at
Big ear. And now look at them. So politics is a funny thing,
Politics.
but he's changing
Politics.
it. He's changing it up.
Yeah, I'll be interested to hear her message today, her tone. She's been out campaigning, you could say, for the past, 2+ years.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, and she's got some points that she can work with. So we'll
Well,
see what she has to say. Who would you
Alison,
say her biggest supporters are? The mayor in Central Falls,
Mayor of Central Falls. I think the mayor of Johnston
Mayor Johnston.
is backing her. She's got. Well, I think. Well, Gina Raimondo, I think, is with her. Unless Joseph, she hasn't. I don't know.
And then you throw
I heard
Sakarchi into the mix. I was just going to
Yeah.
say, then Sakarchi comes into the mix, and then what? He has the most money, right?
I heard she might have a surprise guest today up there. Curious who that might be.
Interesting.
Curious that might be.
Ooh.
Now,
Okay, well,
Allison,
we're about an hour and a half away.
last time around, she beat Governor McKee day of voting.
She did, which
Okay.
is huge.
He beat her with early voting and mail-in ballots. Now, she's had
Mhm.
time to learn how to play that game too.
Right.
So she's got money, she's got talent, no question. It was a very small margin that he screeched by last
And I
time.
get the sense that she does care about Rhode Island. She could have moved up and away, and she didn't. She stayed here, which I think will speak to voters as well. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
And I think
Yeah,
if
we'll
she
see.
comes, she's got to come up with a better answer for the opioid thing.
And it's got to
That's all.
stick.
It's got to stick. So.
I don't know what the answer is going to be, though, because you and I both know how CVS operates, and it'd be really hard to understand how they couldn't know what was going on when it was going on.
Oh,
You got rid of cigarettes, yes, but
yeah.
yeah.
You guys know.
All
You
right.
guys get a count for every pill on
Right.
that 6-foot receipt. So
Yeah, maybe there's some news splash to it that will come out, but so far not yet, right?
nope.
All right, 40 years. We touched on this quickly. 40 years of Sunrise started a long time ago. 40 years. Mario's been on the brand, if you will, 21 years on weekends until he switched over to Dayside. It's a legacy show. I'm honored
right.
to be a part of it. Frank Coletta started it to his credit after working on the assignment desk and being a reporter. Art Lake. I was trying to figure out how long is Art Lake? Was 50 something years at Channel 10? I think
Well,
he's the
50.
longest standing ever, next to maybe Larry Silva behind the scenes.
I think Art was more than 50, maybe 60.
Really?
He was on radio. It goes
Right.
that far back. Radio transition to TV, a real pioneer. Betty Jo Cagini, a former news director, she said that we started the show. We ended up going earlier when the casinos opened, and so many people were working 24 hours around the clock. So they would say good morning to those of you just waking up. So
Right.
that's was me impetus for that. And as you
Right.
know, the morning shows now have become the moneymaker for television stations and the networks too. The Today Show is a very important part of what NBC does, and Sunrise is a very revenue maker for what we do. It's a big show.
Frank came on the show today and he talked about the importance of the tone on a morning show. And I would agree with that too, because it's not an evening newscast where you're just going through a rundown. There's a
Right.
certain conversational style to it. Stories tend to breathe. We're starting to do more as we speak in the end of 2025, going into 2026 with more guests, more talkers, if you will. The landscape is changing, as we know.
Yeah.
You see it on the radio too. I mean, look at the explosion of podcasting. The way people are getting information now is very different than it used to be. And I think that's
keep up
maybe
the
why
good work,
mornings
treadmill
resonate.
troops. We see you exercising while you catch up on the news of the day. Oh, and then when you leave the house, drive carefully, watch out for the Papones, and don't let those dastardly computers ruin your day. Enjoy this late summer warmth because you know in just a few months it's going to be cold enough for the Mudandis again. And those are some of the fun routines I remember sprinkling in between the news segments back in the days of Origot here on the Sunrise Show, along with the Village of the Day, the Coffee Cup Salute, the Stupid Criminal of the Week. But enough of this flashback. This is 2025, so let's turn things back over to the very capable, very talented crew that picked up where I left off just over 6 years ago today.
Wow.
Thank you for allowing me to be part of our 40th anniversary celebration here on the Sunrise Show, and salute.
Oh, that was nice. Frank came back. Yeah.
He came back today. Yeah.
Did we have that cup somewhere? Or did he bring his own cup?
Hung on to it. He came in with it like no time had passed.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he seems good. He seems
That may have been
good.
the first time he's worn a suit since he left us.
Maybe
Suit
I
and
didn't
tie.
ask him that, but you're probably
He's pretty
right.
relaxed. He's pretty relaxed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean,
good
it was
for
a
him.
big deal, when he retired, and when Mario took over. But it was an obvious choice with Mario. Everybody knows Mario, loves Mario. He was really groomed for that spot. And as you know, I'm really good friends with Mario, so it's been easy in that way.
Yep.
We have a good team in the morning. Listen, I always say if you're going to get up, 3 in the morning, and it's also a long time to be on the air. You're on from 4:30 in the morning straight to 7.
Yeah.
You have a couple commercial breaks, but you're on that whole time. You got to keep the energy up at that hour. So I feel fortunate to be able to work with at least a team that really works well together. So it's important, both in front of the camera and behind. So
that's a tough schedule. The 3 o'clock in the morning you're waking up. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worse than I have it. I mean, I get up to do the radio at 6, which is not that bad.
Yeah.
All
But if
considered,
you
I
make a
guess.
mistake at 4:30 in the morning, you fix it by 5:30, 6:30.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
I look at it. You can redeem yourself. No, but it's a
Yep.
long stretch. It's not like you're just waking up in the middle of the night, getting through a half an hour. It's 2.5 hours straight, So
Yes.
it's
No,
a good
it's a
chunk of
lot
time.
of
And in the
TV
business, we
time.
call, packages you toss to a pre-recorded. We don't really have that in the morning. We're talking the whole time.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, 10 years.
No.
I'm still here. 10 years. Yes. So
Yeah.
here we are. Apple's still here too. I don't know how
Oh,
old my phone is. I think I'm still paying it off.
I need a new one. I don't know. That's the 13. I need the 17 is coming out today.
17. I think I'm on the 14, so I'm not far behind you.
Ooh. I
Interesting
need.
to watch all the tech giants with President Trump earlier, huh?
They
Around the table.
they had the dinner with him at the White House. And
Yeah.
how about the Rose Garden? Have you seen that? He calls it the Rose Garden
Rose
Club
Club.
now,
The club.
with the
Yeah.
tables and the umbrellas. So
Yeah. You know how I
Rose
feel about
Garden
that. I'm
Club.
a gardener. So yeah, I'd
Oh,
rather
that's
see
right.
green.
You prefer the grass.
I do.
I was okay with. I thought he was just going to lay down a small patio so that people's
It's
shoes
huge.
wouldn't go. It's pretty much the whole square with the border of the roses. So hey, he's the
Yeah, so
occupant.
it's his for right now. So
He's the
yeah.
occupant.
Well, it's
Yep.
technically everyone's, but yeah.
True,
So,
but yeah.
yeah, but exactly. Yeah, but it was interesting seeing Zuckerberg, Altman, all of them,
Yep.
Tim Cook included, Bill Gates.
He had them all.
essentially
Bill
saying he's-
Gates.
Bill Gates was there
Yeah.
too. And
Yep.
everybody's saying how grateful they were for his leadership. That was a real turn. So
Yep.
yeah,
No,
interesting
no,
times we're in.
no, Apple's
Howard
going to
Stern.
No, yes, Howard Stern.
What happened? How did you make it on?
Well, it was yesterday. Yesterday, Howard put this hoax on the air that he had been replaced by Andy Cohen, which is an old radio thing to do. We took the bait along with the Associated Press and basically every other mainstream media outlet, and we did breaking news: Howard Stern is leaving. And then we went to break, and something wasn't right. And then we figured it out. Andy, because you know what? We saw the clip of Andy Cohen announcing, "I'm taking over for Howard. It's going to be called Andy 100." But he was on Howard Stern's set with Howard Stern's name behind him. Something wasn't right. So we figured out pretty quickly that we had been had. And Howard
You were
was having Howard was having even more. Howard was having even more fun with this today, having had us and about 1,000 other reporters. So that's how we ended up on a clip of the Howard Stern show today. So he's staying at Sirius.
Yeah.
So,
I don't even think his contract's up until the new year, right? But maybe the
Yeah.
negotiations were tense. But
it was more
Yeah.
exciting for my producer Tom, who's now calling him
Tom
Tom
loves
Abui.
Howard Stern, right?
Tom Abui. He was excited that we made Howard Stern. So
Okay. There you go. All right. Well, that's it for us today. I'm curious to see the Helena folks press conference at noon.
Yep.
We'll run with that, of course, in the later show starting at 4. And then you'll be on tomorrow. Well, tonight at 6 and then tomorrow morning too.
Yep.
All right. One last thing.
Yes.
She's 12 years old today. Oh, look, happy. Look, Jean.
Nice.
12 years old. Betty Bologna. Can you say
Wait,
happy
who's-
birthday to Betty?
Happy birthday, Betty. Would you like the waiters from the Spain restaurant to sing it as well?
Sure.
No, wait. There's another one back there.
Yes, I have another dog by the name of Basil.
Okay.
He's saying hello to everybody right now. He's a lab, beautiful lab. He is 70 pounds and Betty's about 18.
Right on cue.
Right on cue. You like how we produce that?
Yes.
Welcome to my house.
All right.
All right, Jean, have a great day. I'll
Thanks.
follow up with you on Diane because you were saying something, but I'll follow up with you privately. And
All right.
you said she's
Please.
mad at you. More on that later.
All right. I'll
All
talk
right,
to you later.
Dan, Puckhead, thank you. And we'll see everybody on air and online.